Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin with the weather on this Thursday night. Some spots in Connecticut might see some snowflakes falling. Nothing that will amount to much, but still some mood snow expected in parts of the state. Bad mood if you ask me, but that's just me. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
I'm Sarah Sanchez. Yes, bad mood indeed. In addition to the light snow showers, we're still dealing with that cold temperatures out there pretty much all week. That's what's been putting us in that bad mood.
Yeah.
But there is warmer weather ahead, so to speak. Meteorologist Deshaun Robinson has a first look at the forecast. So Deshaun, we need to see all those slick spots thaw. We need to get things warm out there. When are we going to see that?
Well, we're finally going to see a nice warm up this weekend. Our temperatures will climb above freezing, so we're going to see the snowpack starting to really melt from Saturday. Tracking some flurries this evening. Tomorrow will be another cold and breezy day, and a warm up is looking likely for the weekend. It is cloudy overhead, still some spotty flurries in parts of Litchfield and Fairfield counties. These will push out within the next hour or two. So after midnight, skies will continue to clear. Temperatures will fall to near 20 degrees. So it's going to be a cold start to your Friday. So as you head out there, definitely bundle up and dress warm. Tomorrow will be a great day to walk the little ones, but keep in mind that our wind chills are likely to start the day in the single digits. So you're definitely going to need to bundle up as you head out there on Friday. By midday, our temperatures will climb to the mid-20s. It will be a breezy day tomorrow with our top gust nearing 30 miles per hour. That northwesterly flow will continue to push the cold air into our region. So again, we're going to start Friday with those wind chills in the single digits. Another cold day, but a warm-up is looking likely starting from Saturday. Coming up, I'll let you know more about the warm-up that's on the way for the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, Deshaun, thank you. Well, a bull is giving Bigfoot a run for his money in the rural hills of Litchfield County.
And now neighbors are reporting sightings of that animal that's been roaming the area for more than a month. And this guy escaped from his home in Kent.
And tonight, the bull's owners at Stony Ledge Farm are still trying to catch it. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro joins us in studio now with the latest on the search. Angelo.
Hey, good evening, guys. This is definitely a quirky one. We spoke with the bull's owner, Joanne Jore, who tells me family and neighbors have been out as much as possible looking for this guy, the bull, that they very fittingly named Waldo. And get this, the family only knew Waldo for about 5 minutes. They bought him about 6 weeks ago, and when he was brought over, he was very hyped up and bolted through fencing as soon as he came off that trailer.
He was actually bought as my oldest son's Christmas present because he wanted a Highland. So now his Christmas present's been running around.
Yeah, so now the family's hoping for a Christmas miracle in February. Here's a closer look at Waldo looking through the window there. He's a Scottish Highland bull, and he's also very hard to miss with that big winter coat, which is serving him well given how cold it's been. Joanne says people have been posting pictures of Waldo sightings on Facebook from places including Kent, New Preston, and New Milford, around that area.
It's been absolutely horrifying, just knowing one of our animals is out there. Even though we only had him for 5 minutes, he's still our animal. And he was meant to be here and breed our cows. And this is not how we intended this to go.
Joanne also tells me that local animal control offices have been a big help in this search. She's asking anybody who spots Waldo to call or text her. We'll have that number posted on our website, fox61.com. And very important here, do not try to catch him yourself or follow him if you do spot him. He is skittish, so he will run, which could mean more time lost finding him. And also those horns do not look like too much fun either. We're keeping our fingers crossed, guys. We'll send things back to you.
All right, Angelo, thank you. Waldo looks like he's covering some territory.
I know, yeah, he's crisscrossing the state.
Unless he's hitching a ride somewhere. There's a lot of different towns there. All right. Story about recovery and justice tonight out of Beacon Falls. A neglected dog was rescued by police overnight.
Now the search is on to see who's responsible for dumping this dog. Fox 61's Stephen Reels has this story.
Out here in Connecticut, winter nights can all look very similar. Dark, icy, and cold. And those were the conditions right here in Beacon Falls when a dog was found within an inch of her life just up the road on Church Street. Now, luckily, leaders say she's on the road to recovery.
This is Willow. She's a happy girl who just lived through a not-so-happy time. Here in Beacon Falls, 911 calls came in February 19th to the police department. Willow was seen nearby, all alone in sub-freezing temperatures. No one could catch her. That's when Police Corporal Jason Piccarello responded.
And she immediately laid down and crawled over to me, and I put the leash on her, and she walked away with me like we were best friends.
What was it like running into Willow?
It's heartbreaking. You hate to see any kind of animal in that kind of position. You want to do whatever you can to help them.
In your professional opinion, how bad was she?
I mean, it's definitely a neglect.
Jessica Moffo was the officer on call that night for Woodbridge Animal Control. Moffo told Fox 61, Willow was in bad shape. These photos were taken the same night from when she was brought in. You could see how skinny Willow was. Her ribs and spine clearly visible. Moffo said Willow was at least 15 pounds underweight. She had urine burns and was likely overbred. And things would not have ended well for Willow in this condition if she wasn't found.
It never gets easy seeing a dog in a condition that, the way she is. Hi, baby girl.
But now, there's a path for justice. There's currently an active investigation into who was Willow's owner.
Good girl.
And why she ended up on Church Street.
We have no leads, but we're optimistic and we're not going to stop it. We're going to do our job and try to figure out who's responsible.
Anyone with any information about Willow is asked to either call Beacon Falls Police Department or Woodbridge Animal Control to help. But we have some good news on Willow. She is doing better, and we're told the plan is to eventually put her up for adoption so she can find a new family. But for now, in Beacon Falls, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
West Hartford police are investigating a shooting. It shut down part of New Park Avenue during rush hour today. Officers rushed to the scene just before 4 this afternoon. Investigators say no one was hurt, but a building was damaged. If you saw what happened, you're asked to give police a call. And a man is dead after West Haven police say he was found shot in the head. Officers responded to Terrace Avenue and Glad Street last night. When police got to the scene, they found a male shot in the head slumped over in the back seat of a car. Investigators are asking anyone who may have video or footage or witnessed anything in the area to give them a call.
Waterbury police say a fourth suspect has been charged in connection to a murder case 2 years ago. An 18-year-old from Bridgeport was taken into custody today. He was arraigned in juvenile court as police say he was underage at the time of the crime. 3 other teens are charged in connection with the murder of 22-year-old Jordan Robinson. Police say back in 2023, Robinson was found lying in the street on Kenyon Street with multiple gunshot wounds. Police don't believe any more arrests are expected at this point. New tonight, a new report says a woman who died in Hartford police custody last year overdosed on drugs. The Office of Inspector General says Linda Prelo was arrested on April 5th for larceny and violation of probation. She was held because she couldn't post bond. And while in custody, she told officers she had recently used fentanyl and was having withdrawal symptoms, and the report says she likely took more fentanyl while in custody. Now, this is video of Prelo sleeping on the floor in the cell on April 7th. We're not showing you the entire video, but at one point around 3 in the morning, Prelo becomes unresponsive. There are pictures of Prelo's cell. A detention officer noticed her lying on the floor and asked her cellmate to wake her. Staffers were called in when Prelo did not wake up. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Now, Prelo's cellmate told investigators the staff denied her juice when she asked for it, made her wait for toilet paper. The report found detention officers should have been more attentive, but did not find any evidence of neglect or use of force that would have contributed to the death. You can read the entire report by downloading our free Fox 61 News app.
Well, new tonight, restaurants have been closing their doors for a number of reasons, especially after the pandemic. But one restaurant in Old Saybrook is celebrating 10 years in operation.
Although the owners say those 10 years haven't been easy, Mircina's restaurant continues to be a staple on the shoreline. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot has more from Old Saybrook.
Owning a restaurant is hard, but for Mircina Philanderakis in Old Saybrook, she says what makes it worth it is the customers they serve.
What are we having for lunch today, Donnie?
At Mercina's restaurant, your family. And some customers here tell Fox 61 they come every day.
Whatever I didn't have yesterday, I'll have today, and whether it be the salads, I love the salads. Today I had a hamburger with onions and blue cheese, and it hit the spot.
Mercina Philanderakis is the owner and says the restaurant industry is in her blood.
My parents owned restaurants all our lives, so I grew up in the restaurant business. I think I started working like at 9 years old, helping my parents.
She says she enjoys getting to know her customers.
I feel like they're my family members, 3 of them. I even have their phone numbers. If they don't come for a day, I check up on them and make sure they're okay.
But Mercina's has gone through its fair share of challenges in its 10 years in business. Things like the COVID-19 pandemic, rising inflation, and the recent surge in bird flu cases, all obstacles that Philanderakis called some of the most challenging to overcome.
Things that were like probably say $30 a case, whatever it might be, is probably tripled and quadrupled in price right now.
The way things are going, Philanderakis says she may have to increase her prices even if she doesn't want to.
It's hard because a lot of my customers that come in here are in a fixed income, and you know, it's hard for families because they're seeing it everywhere, and I'd hate to be another one that, you know, has to do that to them.
She's grateful the Old Saybrook community has enjoyed her food these past 10 years.
It makes me really happy that I've been here 10 years with people that started out as strangers that all become family now.
Mercina Philanderakis said although it's not a family-owned restaurant, she considers everyone her family. In Old Saybrook, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.